Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of our ETBU Sports Summer Coverage. Mark T. Robinson here as we continue our top 10 individual performances from the 2019-2020 season. And we have stopped at number 6, and that is Robby Dooley and his 32-point performance against LaGrange during their Georgia road trip. And obviously, he's no stranger to big time individual performances. And anytime we talk about individual performances throughout the year, his name's going to come up, of course. But Robby Dooley, the former two guard of our ETBU men's basketball team. First of all, man, good to have you on here. Just kind of talk to us about, first of all, how you're kind of handling your time now as a former ETBU athlete post graduation. How's everything been going for you?
It's been going good. Everything has been kind of, slow with, COVID going around and stuff, but just been taking it easy, been working out, here and there when I can. So, yeah, just make sure I stay in shape.
Absolutely. And I kind of saw you shooting around in the gym yesterday. Are you planning on making a comeback, or are you planning on playing overseas? What's the deal?
Um, I plan on it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try. Go ahead and try. At first, I wasn't, but I said to heck with it. Just go ahead and give it a try. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, then it just wasn't meant to be. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I do like the mentality right there, man. Always looking to compete. Obviously, as with you being a member of the ETBU men's basketball team, it was great watching you play. One of my favorite players to watch, of course, and
Appreciate it.
just kind of absolutely just kind of talk about that game against LaGrange. If you can remember it, I know it was very early in the season for you guys, and of course you ended up scoring 32 points. But the thing that was impressive about that particular game is you only missed one shot. So you were 12 of 13 from the floor. Could have gone 13 for 13, but just kind of talk to me about how tough that can be as a player and kind of what was going through your mind during a performance like that. Did you ever think you'd have that type of a performance at that level?
No, it's actually pretty tough. I mean, I was just, playing my role, just running and filling the lanes, getting transition points, and just doing my job. But at the time, I was just, into the game. Just I felt good during warm-ups, and I just felt like I was gonna have a pretty good game, and I ended up having a good game. So.
And of all the big games that you've had, and like you said, during the warm-ups, you said you just felt good. You felt like you were going to have a big-time performance. But just kind of talk about, in all the performances you had, have you always kind of felt when you were going to have the big games, or does it kind of been you had to fill the game out first and then kind of figure out from there whether you're going to have a great finish or not?
Sometimes it comes during warm-ups, and sometimes it comes, later, a little later in the first half, or even in the second half. But I mean, it's kind of just like a feel thing, and just any little point that can, or defensive stop that can, get you started and get you in that groove. So yeah.
Absolutely, and even as a player that has your type of skill set, type of game, you kind of build your game on making high percentage shots and things like that. And you're always constantly looking for kind of the best shot for your team and things like that. But to go 12 of 13 is still for a guard, it's still almost unheard of. Were you upset when you only missed the one shot? Were you trying to go 13 for 13, or what was it?
I wasn't really upset. I wouldn't say I was upset, but I mean, I was just in the flow of the game. I mean, I really didn't even notice that I missed one shot until after the game, but I was just so in tune and just so focused that it ended up happening.
Absolutely, and just kind of talk to me about the mindset, the makeup rather, not mindset of the team to kind of allow you to have a great game like that. What were they doing to kind of help you to get those high percentage looks and for you to end up with 32 points?
They kept telling me, keep driving, keep attacking, always, in my ear, don't let up, keep going. And they, when I asked for the ball, I'm lucky enough to have teammates who know when I, want to get the ball and just, attack and go. So, yeah, I'm thankful for
Absolutely.
them for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things that I also did want to talk about as well is speaking on, your team and the makeup of the team. What was the thing that kind of made your team so special? Just kind of, I look at you guys, I see a brotherhood, I see a family out there. So just kind of talk about what are some of those things that kind of made your team with your 4 years of being with ETBU different? What made it special?
Like you said, I would definitely say the brotherhood. I mean, even throughout all my 4 seasons, we were always close, always, in each other's room, joking around, playing, even on trips, we were always, together. And we just make sure it was a family oriented, you know, organization. And I think Coach Kern actually did a very good job on making sure, that we were family first. Mm.
Absolutely. And with all the experience that you've had, was there one part of the season or one game, one road trip, or one moment that will kind of stick with you, for the rest of your life? Or what was the one moment throughout your time here at ETBU that kind of summarizes what you felt about your team that sticks out to you?
Um, I would say my moment. I wouldn't say a moment. I would just say moments. It wasn't even on the court. Just being in the locker room, with the guys, just laughing and goofing around, jamming around to some music in the locker room, just having fun, just being, college student athlete. So.
Absolutely. Was there a particular time during that season that kind of stood out to you of everything that you guys have been through? Obviously, winning the 21 games or so, but throughout that whole process, what was kind of your favorite moment from this past season?
I would say we actually, when we went to Mississippi and we played Millsaps. We didn't play a very good game, and after that, it's just like we gelled together. And I think that next game back, I forgot who we played, but it's just like we clicked. Like we forgot about that past game against Millsaps, and we just clicked. So yeah, I would say that was a big moment for us, and it kept that. We had a win streak at that time, going up. So it just kept building on and kept going. So yeah.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've kind of always wanted to talk to you about is players that you kind of looked up to growing up, who has kind of helped you, pattern your game, when you take to the court, what's that one player that you kind of, have in your mind or players that you have in your mind that, okay, I watched them growing up. I kind of want to play like that. I kind of want to add that to my game. What's the players that you looked up to growing up?
Well, I will say this: my all-time favorite is Tracy McGrady. I'm a huge Tracy McGrady fan. Even though I don't really play like him, but I've always, loved his game and how smooth he was on the court. But I would say my playing style my mentality is kind of more like a Russell Westbrook type. Trying to go and create and finish at the rim. So, and I'm also a huge Russell Westbrook fan, and also Paul George too. I like how smooth he is, when he plays. So.
Absolutely, and I've told you this before. You actually remind me more of Dwayne Wade. The way
Oh yeah,
the way
yeah,
you
I
play
remember
and
that.
things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Just watch you out there constantly attacking the rim, beating guys off the dribble and things like that. Man, it's a smooth game, and
yeah,
definitely going to be missed around here at ETBU watching you play, and absolutely looking forward to seeing how your career progresses overseas, or if you
hmm
kind of land somewhere over here still playing basketball. And I honestly can't see you not playing basketball with everything that's kind of
yeah,
happened. So
yeah. Me, it's kind of hard just sitting around and imagine me not playing basketball. But I think I'm gonna keep going, try to make some of it.
absolutely. And one of the things I did want to ask you about is before we let you go here is this whole COVID-19 situation. How has that kind of been kind of a blessing in disguise for you? How's it been difficult overall? You said with all the sitting around and things like that. Has it kind of helped you to build and to add to your game in a lot of ways?
Yes, I've gained a few pounds since, COVID has been around. So, and like I said, I've been in the weight room and stuff since it's been open. And, I'm building, my muscular, frame and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that, well, it will help me out, in the future, playing against some of the, professional guys. So.
Absolutely. And one last question I did want to kind of leave with before we conclude this time together here is with all the change that's happening here in ETBU athletics and things like that, what is the one thing that you would kind of tell kind of that new player that's kind of looked to find his way, to make his way here on the basketball team? What's the one thing that you would say that has really helped you in your 4 years here at ETBU?
Mainly, I would just say, do as you're told. Just, focus on the team and not focus on yourself and your individual awards and stuff like that. Just be all in, all bought in, towards the team's accomplishments, and you should do fine.
Absolutely, man. Well, thanks once again for joining us. This has
Mm-hmm.
been former ETBU men's basketball two guard Robby Dooley. Has scored well over 1,500 points for his career. Has made a fantastic career of playing with the ETBU Tigers here, the men's basketball program. But we'll keep you guys up to date with all things ETBU sports related. Just go to ETBU Tigers, go etbtigers.com to find everything that you need on ETBU Athletics, or follow us on social media at ETBU Tigers. Once again, Mark T. Robinson here with Robby Dooley, former men's basketball player, and we'll see you guys again next time. So stay tuned. We'll continue our top 10 countdown. We'll show you who our next interviewee will be very shortly. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir.